Hi y'all, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Margaret Cooper Nygaard. This is No Recipe Necessary, and today we're making Meyer lemon ricotta. This makes this part 2 of our cheese making extravaganza, so to speak. Today it's Meyer lemon ricotta, which is one of the easiest cheeses to make, and tomorrow's Mother's Day, so I'm trying to come up with something that is low carb-ish and delicious for my mother-in-law who's diabetic and for us who are just trying to watch what we eat. So this is basic ricotta, but I'm using Meyer lemons for this. You can use regular lemon juice. I understand you can also just use vinegar, but I wonder about the taste of that. But we're going to start with a quart of cream top milk. That means it's pasteurized, but it's not homogenized. And I just find that it separates into your curds and whey better than homogenized milk. And then 2 cups or a pint of heavy cream. And we're going to put that on medium heat and let it go until it hits 190. So this gets pretty hot. We want it to get pretty hot. And since it's going to take a while, I'm just clipping my thermometer onto the side, making sure it's not touching the bottom. And I will come back occasionally and give it a little stir so it doesn't form a skin on the top and it doesn't burn to the bottom of the pan. And we'll be back. Okay, so it's steaming hot, almost to 190. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup or the juice of 2 Meyer lemons to this. And stir it through thoroughly. It's already starting to curdle the milk, which is what we want. Check my temp again. Just about there. It's already starting to curdle, and that is an important stage. Now for dessert tomorrow, what I'm going to do is take the ricotta and mix it with a little bit of fresh mint out of the garden, some fresh fruit on top, and a little drizzle of honey, and that'll be a nice light dessert. So once it hits 190, we're going to turn off the heat and set it aside and let it sit for about 10 minutes to really separate out curds and whey without it drying out too much. So we'll be back then. Here we go. Our milk has separated out into these very soft curds. It's kind of like undercooked oatmeal at this point. And now we want to separate out more. And to do that, we're going to pour this in my colander that I've lined with cheesecloth. And I want to drain that whey away. And I put a bowl under here to catch the whey because I can always use that in baking. It's great in protein shakes. And it takes a while to drain it all through because this is very fine cheesecloth that I've got doubled because I want to save as much of the curds as I can. So it's very hot. So I'm going to give this a good twist to add some pressure to it. And then I'm going to let it sit, half an hour, 45 minutes at least, to drain further out. And then we can salt it and refrigerate it, and it'll be ready for tomorrow. You can also hang this, by the way. Jim has an absolute cow if I hang it over the sink, because I do that on the faucet, and that puts weight on the faucet. He doesn't like that. So I was concerned I'm going to have an issue if I do that. Alright, so we're going to let that just sit. So I'm going to tuck that under there because it helps keep it tight. And we'll be back. Okay, so this has been draining for an hour. As you can see, the curds are very, very soft, and that's all right. That's what we want it to be at this point. I'm going to go ahead and transfer it to this bowl. I will salt it and then cover it and refrigerate it overnight, and it'll firm up quite a bit overnight. You could eat it just as it is now. Of course, a little bit of non-iodized, this is flaky sea salt, enhances the flavor. And then tomorrow we'll add the mint and top it with fruit and a little drizzle of honey, and we have dessert. Oh, that's good. All right, well, happy Mother's Day if I don't see you tomorrow. Bye. The ricotta has chilled overnight. It's time to make dessert for Mother's Day. So this is very creamy, and I'm going to mix in some fresh mint that I picked out of the garden this morning. Mint is one of those things that once it gets into your garden, you will have it forever. It will reseed and grow forever and ever and ever, amen, until you want to scream, but totally worth it. So this will perfume and flavor the ricotta, make it a lovely dessert. Later in the summer, I like to mix it up, smear this on fresh figs, but you know, the figs are not, well, the fig tree is leafed out, and that's it. It's got a ways to go, so pile some of this on some fresh fruit. And a little drizzle of honey on top. And dessert is ready. I hope y'all have a lovely Mother's Day too. Enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks.